Now, that activity in Baltimore has Maryland police warning law enforcement across the country.
Yeah, there's credible information that violent gangs have entered into a partnership to kill police officers. As our Andy Cordan reports, they're taking notice in Middle Tennessee.
Get out of my business.
The Crips, the Bloods, the Black Guerrilla Family. These are three violent, organized gangs, all now reportedly working together to kill cops. Late Monday, Baltimore police issued this warning to law enforcement agencies across the country. It says in part, the Criminal Intelligence Unit has received credible information that members of various gangs have entered into a partnership to take out law enforcement officers. The warning goes on to say, this is a credible threat and warns all law enforcement officers to take appropriate precautions.
It is frightening. It should be frightening for the public. It's concern for the police, I'm sure.
Mark Coulon is the police chief of Ashland City, a small Cheatham County town 30 minutes outside of Nashville.
What I tell my guys to be extremely cautious, be alert, do not overreact, and just be safe.
While Ashland City doesn't have a gang problem, Coulon says the national warning is sobering for anyone who wears the badge.
I'm going to take it seriously, and I advise my people to take it seriously.
And Metro Police declined to talk about the warning, saying that their officers have been briefed about what they call a situational awareness.
Scary stuff.
Yeah.
The Fraternal Order of Police, which represents Metro Police, they were going to talk to you, but they pulled out. Any reason why?
Well, you know, I got on the phone. I talked with the president. He called this very concerning. Then he went downtown. He had a meeting with the leaders downtown. And then he called me back, said he wanted to cancel, and just had no comment. But I can tell you, the vibe is this is being taken very seriously.
I know about it.
Mark Lamont Hill.
I agree with Van on that. I think it's very important that we talk about the positives that came all week with regard to organizing. You know, people are talking about gang activity, but for the last 3 days, I've been in contact with Baltimore gang members who said we're putting together truces. We're no longer going to be fighting each other. We're going to organize and protest. I'm not talking about these allegations of violence. I'm talking about organized, peaceful resistance from gang members, Bloods, Crips, other people who put their guns down and said we're going to organize for justice. I'm talking about people like the Fruit of Islam, people in the Nation of Islam, who created order and imposed order in the neighborhoods. When people were looting, they were pulling people out of the stores. I think that's another piece of this story that has told. When police were not there protecting the property of poor people, the Nation of Islam was there. That's another important piece of this, as Van said. When the final story of Baltimore is told, I hope it's one of resistance. I hope it's one of uprising. But it's also one of a community that's decided that we've had enough. The same people way they've had enough all around this country and indeed all around the world.